Welcome to Streaming News Network by J. Claude McDaniel.
This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Donald Trump addressed the nation in a televised speech, stating that United States military objectives in the conflict with Iran are nearing completion. The president said the United States has significantly weakened Iran's naval and air capabilities, while also targeting its ballistic missile and nuclear programs. He added that final operations are expected to conclude quickly, with additional strikes planned over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Trump emphasized that the goal is to finish the mission swiftly, as concerns grow among the American public over the duration of the conflict. Officials say the coming weeks will be critical in determining how and when the military campaign winds down. This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. NASA has launched a new lunar mission, sending 4 astronauts on humanity's first voyage around the moon in more than 50 years. The mission, known as Artemis II, lifted off from Kennedy Space Center aboard a Space Launch System rocket, carrying 3 American astronauts and 1 Canadian. Officials say the flight marks a major step toward returning humans to the moon within the next 2 years and eventually establishing a sustained presence on the lunar surface. The 10-day mission will test the Orion spacecraft, including manual controls and deep space navigation, as the crew travels past the moon and thousands of miles beyond before returning to Earth. The crew also represents the most diverse lunar team ever assembled, including the first woman, first person of color, and first non-United States astronaut assigned to a mission of this kind. NASA says the success of Artemis II will be critical to future plans for long-term lunar exploration. This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Michael Schellenberger testified before lawmakers, alleging that an international investigative group operated with oversight tied to United States foreign aid programs. He also raised concerns about federal research grants, claiming some technologies may influence how information is filtered online. Representative Thomas Massie indicated plans to reintroduce legislation aimed at limiting certain federal funding tied to those efforts. This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. A judge in Delaware is stepping aside from several cases involving Elon Musk following claims of bias from his legal team. Kathleen McCormick announced she will reassign the cases to other judges, though she denied allegations that she acted with prejudice. The dispute stems from concerns raised by Musk's attorneys over a social media interaction they claimed showed support for criticism of the billionaire. McCormick responded that the action was unintentional and possibly the result of suspicious account activity. Despite rejecting the recusal request, she approved reassignment of the cases, citing concerns over heightened public attention and its impact on judicial proceedings. The legal tension follows a previous ruling in which McCormick ordered Tesla to rescind a chief executive compensation package valued at approximately $56 billion, a decision later overturned on appeal. Multiple cases involving Musk and Tesla remain active as they move forward under new judicial oversight. This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. In a separate development, Palm Beach International Airport is set to be renamed after Donald Trump, pending final administrative steps. The measure has passed the state legislature and awaits approval from Ron DeSantis. The change is expected to take effect July 1, 2026, though updates to federal aviation systems are still required. The proposal has drawn mixed reactions, with supporters praising the move and critics questioning potential costs and priorities. This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Authorities in Coral Springs are investigating the death of Vice Mayor Nancy Mateye Bowen, who was found unresponsive in her home Wednesday morning. Police say the case is being treated as a domestic violence incident. Her husband, Stephen Bowen, is currently in custody. Officials have stated there are no other suspects at this time. Bowen was first elected to the city commission in 2020 and re-elected in 2024. She was serving her second term as vice mayor after being appointed last year. Before entering public office, she worked as an environmental scientist and served in local conservation efforts. Family members and community leaders are remembering Bowen for her dedication, compassion, and impact on the community, as tributes continue to pour in. This is J. Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Authorities in Seattle say a man is facing an attempted murder charge after allegedly trying to push a stranger in front of an oncoming train. Prosecutors identify the suspect as Eligio Melendez. The incident occurred at the Northgate Light Rail Station, where surveillance video reportedly shows the suspect timing his actions as a train approached. Officials say the victim was able to catch himself at the last moment, avoiding a potentially fatal fall. Investigators also allege the suspect attempted to push the victim a second time before fleeing the scene. Law enforcement later located Melendez at a nearby facility and took him into custody. Evidence recovered reportedly matched clothing seen in the video. He is currently being held on bail set at $750,000 as the case moves forward. This is Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Susie Lee is facing backlash after posting and later deleting a late-night social media message criticizing Donald Trump. The post, which included explicit language, responded to reports that Trump planned to attend arguments at the Supreme Court of the United States. Lee removed the message hours later, stating her reaction was driven by concerns over what she described as threats to constitutional principles. The incident has drawn criticism from political opponents, who argue the remarks undermine her bipartisan image in a competitive district. The controversy also reflects broader political tensions surrounding ongoing legal debates, including policies tied to birthright citizenship. This is Claude McDaniel with Streaming News Network. Bruce Springsteen is drawing strong reactions after delivering political remarks during the opening night of his Land of Hope and Dreams tour in Minneapolis. During the performance, Springsteen criticized the current state of the United States and directed sharp comments toward Donald Trump and his administration. He described the nation as facing difficult times and raised concerns about immigration policies, military actions, and economic issues. Springsteen also took aim at the Department of Justice and Attorney General Pamela Bondi, alleging misconduct and broader institutional concerns. The remarks prompted immediate backlash from some critics and audience members, who argued the concert became a political platform, while others defended his right to express his views. The reaction highlights ongoing divisions as public figures increasingly weigh in on political issues. A former educator in Colorado and finalist for Teacher of the Year has been sentenced to 14 years in prison following a case involving a minor. Prosecutors say Tara Johnson Swartz pleaded guilty to charges including sexual exploitation of a child and felony cybercrime stemming from an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old student. Authorities say the relationship began with communication outside the classroom and later escalated to in-person encounters. The situation was reported by therapists and led to an investigation by local officials. Despite being removed from her teaching position and barred from campus, prosecutors say Johnson Swartz continued attempting to contact the student, resulting in additional charges and a second arrest. Officials described the case as a serious breach of trust, emphasizing that educators who exploit their position will face significant legal consequences. This is Claude McDaniel, Streaming News Network.
Thank you for listening to Streaming News Network videos and shorts. Please like and subscribe to our news channel.